Okay, well, in the interest of time and to get everybody rocking and rolling here, good morning. My name is Beth Albach, and I'm the Assistant Program Manager for the Southeast Pennsylvania Apex Accelerator, formerly known as PTAC, and I want to welcome you to today's presentation. As a refresher, our Apex mission is to assist businesses in learning how to be successful selling to all government agencies, federal, state, and local, through seminars like this one or with one-on-one counseling. We are funded by a cooperative agreement with the DoD Office of Small Business, and our services are free of charge to our clients. There are many Apex Accelerator locations nationwide, and our Southeast Pennsylvania office serves the following counties: Berks, Bucks, Chester, Delaware, Lehigh, Montgomery, Northampton, and Philadelphia. So if you're joining us from a county that is not on this list, please let us know, and we can provide you with the contact information for your local Apex Accelerator. But again, my name is Beth. I am the Assistant Program Manager and a Government Marketing Specialist, and I'd like to kick off this fifth and last of our September series, where today we will discuss how to develop a capability statement. Our guide throughout this session today is my colleague and a Senior Government Marketing Specialist and our Program Manager, Natasha Borchinen. She has several years experience in the government field, has worked for the Philadelphia Airport, and has significant experience in all manners of government contracting. So you could not have a better guide for today's webinar. Again, if you have any questions throughout the presentation, please post them in the chat. We'll make sure we have enough time at the end of the presentation to answer them. And with that, Natasha, take it away.
Thank you very much, Beth. And for this, for a great description of my experience. I hope I live up to it. Luckily, I have a team of experts here at the Southeast PA Apex Accelerator. So if I don't have an answer, we can find it amongst ourselves or a large organization, APTAC, that has hundreds of government contracting specialists that we can reach out to find answers that meet the needs of your company. I see also that we are being joined by other counselors in our program, and I do welcome them to chime in if I missed any tips. And I'm going to turn the camera off just so we can focus on a presentation today. So let's see. So here's what we're going to be discussing today. What is a capability statement? Why do you need one? How do you create one? Tips and practices, as always, questions and answers, and also we will make you aware of some of the upcoming events. So let's kick it off by discussing what is a capability statement. In a nutshell, that is a resume for your business. It is a one-page document that most, if not all, government agencies require. You will also be using these documents in all of your networking in a government marketing space, whether that is with a local, state, or federal entities, as well as other private businesses that you may want to partner with on government contracting opportunities as a prime or a subcontractor. It is definitely one of the first to do items when getting into a government marketing space. Putting this document together really uh, focuses the business on how they want to approach the government and what products and services they want to sell. It is a document that makes a first impression, just like a resume. And if you're doing this internally and you're not hiring someone on the outside, technical writer, or other marketing service, it is a no-cost marketing tool. Okay, next slide. So as you're preparing your capability statement, I do want you to ask yourself these questions. Where does your company fit in the government contracting landscape? So it's as a part of that strategy, you would also take a look at if you don't have previous knowledge of how government is purchasing what you're looking to sell. It will also determine how do you format this capability statement. You would also need to consider what does the agency need to see. So put yourself in a position of your buyer. It is and try to understand what is important for them to see in order to give you a business and consider you as a problem solver for whatever their needs may be. And additionally, you can supplement that by what do you want them to see? What are some points of pride for your business that you may want to showcase in here that may give you advantage over some other businesses that are competing in the same space? And let's answer the question of why you need a capability statement. It really provides a snapshot of your company's value and what you're bringing to the table. It helps agencies narrow down qualified applicants. So when they are considering who to sell, who to give the business to, this is the way they look at a pool of competition that is in front of them. And it solidifies your space as a company worth doing business with. And as I mentioned, it is a branding tool, so making it appealing is also important. Now, how to create a capability statement? There are certain components of the capability statement that are standards for this document, and any buyer is looking to see in your capability statement. Most importantly, they want to know your company name, company contact information, your email, your business phone, website, any social media that you may have associated with your business, such as LinkedIn. And as you're inputting that information, while you can use generic emails, we always suggest that you use emails associated with your business. So if you have a website, the chances are that you also have an email package that came along with that. And if you don't have an email, we do suggest that you create one that is consistent with your email with your website. It will make you look more established. As you put in your primary contact name, you can name that content as a government contracting contact. So they know that you have a dedicated team associated with pursuing government contracting. In your business description about us, it is important to give a brief but descriptive overview of your business. The reader should walk away with understanding your founding year, your company name, and list of specific product and services, business locations and service area in your target markets, and also if you have any certifications associated with your business. In addition to that, you definitely want to show items that directly speak to you being procurement ready, such as UEI and CAGE code. It's a unique entity identifier that that you have that it tells a buyer that you have created a record in SAM.gov for federal opportunities. CAGE codes tells them that you are able to sell to the government. If you have vendor numbers with the local and your state, enter those too, because you might be pursuing some local and state opportunities as well. List of your NAICS codes and PSC codes. Those are codes associated with products and services you're looking to sell to the government. And we can certainly assist you in identifying those. Those NAICS codes and PSC codes should also be entered in your SAM.gov. So whatever you put on this capability statement, it should also mirror information that you have supplied as a vendor while you were registering in SAM.gov. And we had a presentation on that yesterday. If you attended our session, if not, you can revisit it on YouTube, and we can certainly guide you in that direction of identifying your NAICS codes and PSC codes. As you are listing your NAICS codes and PSC codes, if you do have a space, I do suggest providing a brief description of that NAICS code. So whoever is looking at your capability statement doesn't have to go search for them as well. So just to assist with them in reading it. And to continue on this discussion on how to create a capability statement, past performance is something that you would list on there. And we are speaking of past performance. We are discussing past performance of selling to the government previously, primarily. So highlight your relevant experience in this section. Give a specific project name, agency name, and year of completion. Highlight the most recent one and most significant one. And we often get this question as we speak with businesses that are new to government contracting space, what to do if I do not have a past performance. There are ways to supplement that section by highlighting your team expertise, speaking about the experience in a commercial space. So the reader in a government contracting space has an understanding that while you may not have had a contract previously with the government, you are no stranger to your product and service, and you are expert in that area. And it's also important to list your special capabilities and differentiators. This is where you would uh, differentiate yourself from competition. So this is where you put points of pride, what makes you stand out from competition, what is a unique selling point of your organization? Because when one considers whom to give a business to, they will also consider a full package of expertise that you're bringing to the table. And so list concisely the defining aspects of your business. And this section should explicitly show how your company will fulfill the government needs and then some. So they may even have an understanding of how you can do it better than someone else. If you have awards and recognitions, list them here as well, as it may differentiate you and make you stand out from the competition. So this is just a very basic template of the capability statement. It kind of speaks to what sections are included. If it's organized in a 2-column manner, you may be able to fit more information in there because you may find yourself overwhelmed trying to see how to fit all this information in 1 or maximum 2 pages. So it should contain a logo, a business summary, product and services, your capabilities, differentiators, past performance, and on the left-hand side, it should give them a clear at glance picture that you are procurement ready and understand the government contracting space. So here are some tips and best practices for capability statements. So as you were doing your marketing research and you decided to enter the field of government marketing, you probably gained an understanding of which particular agencies are looking to buy what you're looking to sell. So consider who are you marketing to? Is it a local, state, or federal agency? What and also keep in mind that this document can change based on who your audience is. So let's say if you are speaking to the city of Philadelphia, you may highlight the fact that you are an LBE, local business enterprise. A lot of the local opportunities, they really like to keep their money in the city of Philadelphia, for example, and award these contracts to businesses located in the city. Let your accomplishments speak for themselves. Highlight your special products and services. And if you had previous win in a private or government sector, do prioritize those as you're putting your information in. And make sure that you have tangible skill set. They do sell better, right? So just like, if you're a business owner, so if you ever had to hire someone and you're reading a resume that is too verbose, you were really looking for, the bones of that resume, things that speak to you. So make sure that you're very tangible in highlighting your skill set. Your capability statement is better than a business card, and you kind of should always have it handy. So whether in a printed format, in a PDF format ready for distribution, have a QR code handy. You can even put it on the back of your business cards that you can share with anyone you're speaking with in your networking endeavors. Focus on facts. Fluff, while it's nice to have, use in moderation. Make sure that the information is well organized, it's clean, it's visual pleasing. You have a template to work off of, so when you need to make slight adjustments based on who are you speaking with, you can go ahead and easily do that. Make sure that it's up to date. Whether your phone numbers changes, email changes, you decide to change your government contact information, make sure that it is updated before you distribute it to anybody else. If you're including graphics, that certainly makes it more visually appealing, but use necessary one. Use the ones that contribute to your capability statement, not take away. So what I mean by that is that sometimes we see really large graphics that limit the amount of space that could have been better used conveying information. Another super important thing is to proofread over and over again. And as we know, when you're working on one document too long, you may want to have another set of eyes to look at this document for you. So if you're using contracting services, technical writers, we find that when we receive those drafts, they may miss a mark on occasion. So if you are using those contracting services, make sure to consider the following. Do they have a clear understanding of your business and your industry? That is very helpful when they're trying to formulate messages for you. Are they familiar with the purpose of capability statement? And do they understand government marketing space? So if you're already making this investment in hiring someone to do this for you, make sure that they already have these expertise in crafting a capability statement for you. Some of them may promise you that they do and they go research, but we find that they use already existing templates out there and language that may not necessarily apply to your business, your product or service. So something to consider for sure. And okay, so have a template as I mentioned, but customize it. So whenever you're speaking to a specific group, I customize it to best discuss that particular opportunity via your capability statement. If you are using printed hard copy at a in-person networking event, and if it's longer than, make sure that it's double-sided, right? So if you do, while we recommend the capability statement fits on one page, supplement that information with additional information on a backside. So if someone has it in their hand and they flip, they're not necessarily just looking at a blank page. It's always nice to see something additional that they may want to spend that you may want to draw their attention to. There also might be a good place to put QR codes that lead them to the website, to link them to the digital version of their capability statement. And have a PDF versions for digital distribution. So whenever you're reaching out to a particular federal agency and you're emailing them with your elevator pitch, it should include your capability statement in the PDF form attachment. I find that QR codes are very handy because how many of us are actually walking around with the file folders and papers along the way? So if you have a QR code, it can certainly supplement, and it helps in a digital conversation. And here is an example of one that I have found. It is a loaded capability statement, but the information is well organized. It really gives you a snapshot of this business, what they're doing. Considering the number of NAICS they have, they may not have had the space to include the description of each one of those, but it gives you an idea who they are, their core competencies, what differentiators they have. They have a QR codes that leads to those particular, digital footprint pages that we had discussed, their certifications. So it's a good snapshot of how they can assist government in meeting their goals, completing their projects. And so I just wanted to let you know how we as counselors can assist you with your capability statement. We can provide you with template and examples. We can also look for some examples with the businesses that are trying to sell similar product or service to a particular agency. We can also assist you with finding who to share this your capability statement with, identify appropriate NAICS codes, pardon my typo, and PSC codes. And we can also help in reviewing draft of your capability statement to see if you have actually conveying what you wanted to convey. Because if you are doing your business day in and day out, and you understand your business intimately, it is often difficult to kind of step, outside and look in and see how you're communicating about your business to others. So we are happy to help you with that for sure. So this is a fairly quick overview of a capability statement. And so before we go into Q&A, we're happy to answer any questions you may have. I do want to let you know about the upcoming events that we have that you may want to benefit from. The first coming up and still in this month of September is Understanding Mentor Protege Programs, right? This is another free virtual session. Will provide attendees with a better understanding of Department of Defense and Small Business Administration mentor protege programs and advantage they provide to government contractors. We are having another one with doing business with Lockheed Martin. And I do want to compel you to consider this session, even if you do not want to do business with Lockheed Martin. They will give you a great overview of what large primes are looking for in small businesses when they are looking to partner with them. Also, we have an event with the DLA Troop Support for Vendors. This is a great session, especially those businesses that are looking to sell products to DoD. So I do encourage you to attend that. And then we also have doing business with U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. So even if you're not an engineer, it is a good session for you to understand and get an understanding of how they're purchasing. They're not just buying engineering services. They're looking to source other things as well. So thank you for your attention thus far. And Beth, can you let me know if we have some questions? Okay. Oh, I see.
Yep, sorry. Yeah, I'm in the chat right now and I'm not seeing anything in particular. If anybody has any questions, you feel free to unmute yourselves or use your raise hand feature.
I see one of my colleagues has chimed in, Bruce Downing, and he's making an excellent point. If you use a logo from another organization, be sure you have permission, as many of them are copyrighted, correct? And make sure that you have actually, worked with those agencies. So. Okay.
And for everyone, I have just put up in our chat box the link to our Southeast Pennsylvania Apex website, as well as our YouTube channel, where we post the majority of all of these sessions at some point will be on YouTube, that you can access them and watch them at your convenience, as well as a host of other past events for your educational viewing.
Yes. And Brian is asking, can you share this template afterward? Yes, we absolutely can. This whole presentation is going to be made available to everybody that attended today.
Natasha?
Yes, Bruce.
Hi, yes, just a couple other comments. Be sure that when you develop the form of the capability statement, that it's easily edited. Sometimes if you use somebody outside to help you with that, they'll make fields in the document, particularly a PDF, that can't be changed. And one of the reasons is that if you find an opportunity, or you know some agency that has a particular need, you may want to tweak the capability statement you send to them to be more specific to their particular needs.
Yeah.
So anytime you want to edit it down the road, it's very good idea not to have it cast into a form that you can't edit easily.
Yeah, that is a great point. Thank you, Bruce. Because we often contract those outside services because we are not necessarily great at graphic design, but you're absolutely correct. If you do hire someone, sometimes they make it difficult for you to edit in the interest of you coming back to them for all the revisions. So that's a great point, Bruce.
And we have a question in the chat from Aaron. Does it make sense to have a QR code sending people to the LinkedIn page of your government contracting contact listed, in addition to the links of your company website?
Sure. We find that LinkedIn is a great tool in networking. One of our counselors just this morning, for example, someone's looking to network with her and the founder on LinkedIn. So yes, why not? And as we know, those things are now gathering information, and every click, leads to another click. So if LinkedIn is one of the ways in which you promote your business, why not?
Another
Yeah,
quiet group this morning.
I know, exactly. Yeah. So I was trying to keep it, brief and essential to, does it make, okay, let's see. So yeah, so if you are currently, if you currently do not have an assigned counselor with us, do reach out. I know it seems like a generic email, but we do monitor this email closely and every day, and it's probably uh, best way to reach out to us and find your answers quickly. Sometimes if you want to for general questions, right? So counselors can be busy assisting and may have to answer emails in a queue, but this one gets monitored by us, and it is a quick way to get an answer. Mhm. So, okay, question is, could we ask any of your staff members to review and give feedback on capability statement? Absolutely. As I mentioned in our presentation, this is one of the ways that, we assist our clients, make sure that, we give them feedback on the draft of a capability statement. Thank you, Peter. Yeah. And yeah, so I am going to, in okay. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome, Tabitha. So please reach out to us. I'm going to give everybody 30 minutes of their time. So maybe you have a chance to start on your capability statement. Appreciate your time, everybody. Have a great day. And we hope to see you in our subsequent session.